we are underway. Super Cat Racing, the race is on. The Key West World Championships, Southernmost Continental Championships. MCON.
Together with Caroline. No injury patches. Really able to make the races.
Look at Dirty Money.
You almost feel like you got cheated out of a possible shot at the championship with 2 back-to-back hurricanes. And, you know, we've worked hard, they've worked hard all year. I think going into Key West, we just got to keep our strive going that we had all year to try to beat MCON. And everyone else, we're not really worried about. So after the win in Sarasota, where we checked out, we've had that boat all season. We just, you know, little gremlins got us. First race we ran out of gas. You know, Lotto got taken away and given back. And then Ocean City we were out front, and the escape hatch opened. Lost, you know, took second there. Sheboygan, we had a mechanical issue on our end and took us out of the race in the beginning, but the boat's been a repeat offender. It's only the gremlins stopping us from being on top.
We could have had a better season. You know, I mean, we definitely had the boat to beat all season. We beat ourselves, pretty much.
I've been coming down a few different teams, and this one, you know, working on the XINSURANCE boat and working with these guys, getting their boat set up. It's definitely different. It's, you know, you want to see both boats on top. You got this giant convoy that's probably a half a mile long worth of priceless equipment that you couldn't replace. You know, Rick's flying overhead with his helicopter. It's definitely, I feel better coming in this year than plenty of other years. I feel like we almost have a target on our back, so we just got to go out and show everyone what the boat's capable of and what the guys are capable of. Congratulations to them. You know, they won the races to win, and they don't control Mother Nature. I just hope that we all go out, we can all have fun in Key West, nobody gets hurt, and we go out and we do this shit again next year.
Super Cat National Championship, unbelievable. They always say to be the best, you got to win Key West, but as much as I love Key West, man, to string 6-8 races together and battle for the points all throughout the year, phenomenal feeling. Hats off to our team. just couldn't be more proud right now. There's so many good things when you look back on the season that had happened. We're very blessed to be national champs again. Checking out the trophy on the back of the truck, you know, I hadn't seen it for a couple months, and makes the hair on the back of your neck stand up. So pretty cool to slap a fourth plate on that thing, and 4-time national champ back to back to back to back is it's badass, to say the least. We're approaching Key West a little bit different this year. So much drama in the last 2 months in SuperCat. We're over it. We're down here. We're going to have a good time. We're going to show up on race day, poised to win. But in between that, we're going to have a good time and cherish the moment with the fans and family, and have some drinks, and just make it an overall good time. If we come out on top, great. If we don't, we're here to have a blast.
4-time national champ, 2-time world champ. We're coming to Key West poised to win, but we're also coming to Key West to take it all in, have a good time, and going through the parades and talking to people and doing things like that, and really cherish what it is. It's a world championship, and to be here and to be on this stage is a big, big deal. And it's also good that you got to stop in life every once in a while and take 5 minutes and just look around.
With the hurricanes, we left everything down here, got down about a week before we came here, and swapped out the engines, the drives, general maintenance pretty much.
Solo. Get ready? Yep.
Bomb, bomb.
Brace.
First year team, we did really well. A couple little, like growing pains and stuff like that. But, overall, I mean, a second place, we missed it by, a few points. Luckily, this is a total restart down here in Key West, and all the bragging rights for the whole winter. So we're definitely looking to take home this championship and put Dirty Money and XINSURANCE up on top. The more you do this, the more muscle memory it is, and I like to know all the guys that are in the air and all the safety guys, keep a relationship with all of them. And, I'm a little superstitious, and I always do it down here in the Keys. So that's why I'm really here.
Shawn Stienert is the head of the APBA rescue team, and he might be the most passionate person in the sport. He has such a responsibility that he takes so seriously. He's a paramedic, he's a firefighter, he's trained in just about everything. He specializes in underwater extraction. Shawn has brought a level of professionalism to the dive rescue team. There's a minimum standard for these guys. It's not, you can hire the guy at the local dive shop.
I have a passion for working with these type of men on my team, the caliber of guys. We all think alike. We're all type A in a certain way, and we like the adrenaline, we like the challenges, and I'm a fan. I enjoy the racing. Standard approach to any offshore race is 6 rescue boats on the course and 1 helicopter with deployed divers. I can red flag a race for various different reasons, but if we're going to call a race, most likely it'll be a weather dependent thing, which means that we can't put our assets on the course. We can't fly a helicopter, any of our patrol boats or anything like that, would be a challenge. So we deal with hurricanes pretty regularly on as far as if they're coming this way or if they're not. I think it's still early to tell.
Successful. What do you think about the weather this week? Like Wednesday looks pretty rough.
Yeah, if you check Wind Finder, I'm not sure what's going to happen, but hopefully they do something, let us get out there and race. I love the rough water, and Key West is my favorite place to be, so I'm pumped up trying to get a world championship. Keep my fingers crossed for Wednesday, otherwise we'll just be racing Friday and Sunday.
right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the 43rd Annual Key West World Championships. We're very excited to have all of you here. Over 73 boats and huge turnout. We've filled up the entire park. Take in this week, not just doing all the parties and going through the motions of fixing your boat and reteching your boat and all the things that you're going to need to do, but I want everybody to know that this is something that you should enjoy all week long. Let me introduce Randy Mearns, our course marshal, for just a few minutes. Randy?
Good morning, everybody. I'm sorry to have to tell you this, but based on my conversations with the Weather Service and the United States Coast Guard and our permit and our rule book, Wednesday's events are canceled. So we do have a storm of some nature coming tomorrow. Please secure your site area. If you have your own tents up, I would make sure they're tied down well or take the canvas off of them. And just be prepared.
Richie is here to Incision with his entire tech team. Seems to be doing pretty good with a lot of failures out there. Course Marshal Randy.
The Whistler checks compression. And, there's been all kind of rumors about everybody doing all these things and cheating and yada yada. So what tech decided to do was go ahead and check everything on the boats prior to them going in the water.
This has been interesting for this one because everyone's been screaming because of us. They want extra tech. They want extra tech. Check them hard. Check them hard. So we came across the board. Coming to tech, all of a sudden everyone's failing, and we're good.
Our first test, it was a little high, and Mike's like, it's dead on. Like, I know it is with the calculations. So they found the hoses on the machine were collapsing. So that's what was messed up about it. They got the other hoses and it was fine. It was dead on.
They ended up taking our Whistler to some of the other teams that had an issue. A lot of those teams cleared, they were good, and a couple teams still failed. And last I heard, they were putting head gaskets in.
When they built the motors, they built them with too much compression. They're illegal for the class. So now the only way to fix it is take them all apart, pull the heads off, go to thicker head gaskets so we can relieve the compression ratio. That's what we're up against at the moment. Things could change in the next 5 minutes, but that's where we're at the moment.
I know a couple of boats had compression issues, but that's not really the boat owners. It's whoever builds the engines. So
this right here, these are the guys that were on board with us cheating, and look at who's got high compression on their motors right now.
We've sort of had little warning that there was a storm building, and we've started preparing for it just mentally as far as how we want to test today, what we want to look at. We're not going to learn a lot, but what we are going to learn, we can look at some acceleration data, back everything up, and just see how the boat's running in the same section of the course. It's a wise decision on RWO's part, just for the mere fact that people need to get things in the pit secured, and everybody needs to be safe. We don't need all the support staff running around here tomorrow when there's a storm going on, and so I think it's a good call. We'll go out and just run the motors, check all the data on them, make sure everything's happy, and get ready to go Friday. The way it works here is the Wednesday and Friday races are 100-point races, and then Sunday's always a 200-point race. So it doesn't really affect anything. It's just another opportunity that we would have had to race.
So, we've been helping out with the XINSURANCE boat with getting it set up and doing all the testing and making the changes on the boat to get it faster. And
Race control, XINSURANCE, 2 guys going out.
I wanted to jump in the boat and go out the first time in practice and make sure the boat was running the way I wanted it to, flying right, and then let Brit and Randy jump in and go. But with as rough as it was, I think Brit felt like, let's not go out and break a boat. And you weren't going to learn a ton out there.
Ironic
guys did do a little damage.
Yeah, you know, nothing a little Bondo won't fix, right, Bobby? Going out, we're sitting there going, man, it feels pretty good out here. And the minute we turned the corner, you hit a 6 or 7 footer, and it just stood the boat straight up in the air and then submarined it. And Brit and I were both like, whoop.
It's rough. Holy shit.
I mean, it's definitely bumpy on the outside. I mean, when we turned in what would be turn 1, it was like a wall out there. I mean, it went from being fairly flat to, you turned into that and it stood the boat straight up. And I mean, the second time around, we were settled into it and the boat felt pretty good.
That's what we should do on Wednesday, have like a pit stop competition for the crew members. The boats all pull beside each other in the pits. Like, okay, swap rotation, go.
That'd be fucking cool. There'd be a lot of messed up shit though.
Gold, bolt.
We're gonna try to change the inboard rotation, outboard rotation on it, and see if that makes it any better. The boat's fast, flat water, but the next couple races here are gonna be pretty rough, so 3-footers, 4-footers.
Drive rotation makes the boat react differently. Before we were outboard rotation, your outboard rotation, the boat's usually a little bit faster on the top end, but because conditions are pretty rough out there, inboard is usually quicker down low with a little bit more control of it in the left, rough. Could be a waste of time, or we could go, man, it feels better. So we're just trying to feel it out and see if it gives us any advantage.
Well, now we know, right?
That's a big no thing. Every time you come off the way, come off the next bit below.
They just wanted to see what it did to the boat, how it acted, and if they could turn with it or if it was any faster, and they like it outboard.
So we tried changing rotation. It didn't make it any better. So the boat will go back to the original setup today.
My wife and Lindsay taped down all the hatches and everything. We strapped the boat down to the trailer like we're traveling with it. Took the cover off the big tent, took all the little tents down, tables, chairs, the whole operation. So.
Hurricane Raphael hit Key West as expected Wednesday after rolling over Cuba as a Class 3 hurricane. It was the right decision by RWO and APBA to cancel Wednesday's races and move to a 2-race series for the World Championship.
I mean, it doesn't really affect us. Look, I'd love to be out there racing. Sitting around here talking to y'all is great, but I'd rather be out in the boat today. It doesn't really affect a whole bunch when it comes to the point side of things, because Wednesday and Friday are 100-point days, Sunday's a 200-point day. So really, as long as you run decent on Friday, you can still win it all. Just go win Sunday.
This morning we got here early, put everything back together, and got fuel in the boat, tested the Super Cat, everything went good. We found there was a header that was cracking, which would have been fine, but we replaced it and just did maintenance on it, valve lash, checked over everything. So it's ready to go tomorrow.
When this boat went through tech, it was deemed that we had a little too much compression in the motors. So we had to tear the motors all back apart down to short blocks in the boat and replace the head gaskets to get within their tech inspection, requirements. Well, we just really went out for a shakedown run here. We did a lot of work, just wanted to make sure, double check ourselves and make sure nobody missed anything and we don't hurt this thing any worse than it needs to be. But conditions out there are pretty sporty. It's probably a good thing we're not out there racing today. You'd definitely probably lose 3/4 of the field. But tomorrow should lay down a little bit and I think we'll have a pretty epic day. It's sporty out there. Huh? Yeah, feels good. Just go over everything we touched, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Let me grab that, I'll download it. This way at least we can go see,
Okay, yes sir.
It looks a little fat.
But the boat
you came out a couple good flyers, and the nose popped down on you. It looked good. It's pop, closer, closer. We're gonna double check our air fuel mixture, just make sure that's right. But the boat, they said it's got snap, it's running good. It was flying well in the water, so.
I mean, it seems to be right back where we left off in Sarasota. Boat's feeling good. I mean, I don't think we have any issues. I'm not expecting, you know, anything to jump up on us that we don't know about. I think we're in good shape. I think we really do.
It has to start to be fun at some point. It's been a lot of scary, hard, late nights, and drinks.
Not enough drinks.
Not enough drinks.
SuperCat, been around it for 9 years plus. You know, all the things that got us into offshore racing was all based around SuperCat. From the raspy carbureted engines to the exhilarating excitement and all that stuff, you know, it's pretty special, and it's something that my entire family that's all they've ever known is SuperCat. It was just home for us. You know, 2024, back to back, I believe that would be right. It's a lot. National champions, 2-time world, and hoping to solidify a 3rd world championship in Key West to kind of ride off into the sunset, if you will. It's one of those things that, you know, if you look at some of these quarterbacks and some of these different drivers in NHRA and NASCAR, sometimes you hang on a little too long, you know. After this 2024 Key West event, it'll probably be our last one in the SuperCat class. To run a winning program, you give up a lot, you know. Family is suffering a little bit behind the scenes, you know. I've got 2 younger kids with Barrett and Bentley, and then my 2 older ones, Braley and Briar, and a granddaughter, Tyler Gigi, back home that you know, I don't want to miss those moments in life. And then MCON as well. It just, everything suffers if you're going to put full heart, full passion, full attention into your race team. And that's the only way I know, is to pour it all in. It's something that we feel like that is time for us to be around family, and those are the memories we're looking forward to make moving forward.
We are not going to do the hold your lane rule that we've been doing the past year and a half. So much like what the 450 class has done, we're going to do the same thing. So with the super stock class, just be conscientious of that. Everybody.
Oh, there you go.
Not holding.
You will get a slot, and you are going to draw for a slot, but that's for your position when you line up alongside the pace boat. After you get the green flag, you're racing.
We will still draw for starting position, but now once you have 2 boat lengths on a competitor, you can then switch lanes. I think that this will be the better way to do it, and you know, we're really aggressive on the wheel, and the first lap very important, get out front, so I think that'll help us.
Who's got the ace? Phone number?
17. Just got the boat in the water. All systems are go. Both engines started. That's always a great sign. Just trying to keep my mind off things as much as possible right now. We picked our setup. This is where you always second guess yourself. Think, man, oh man, should we be changing? Go up, go down, more weight, not? And you know, the seas look like they're going to be calming down throughout the day.
Pretty nervous. Just made the call on the propeller. Hope we didn't go too big.
Just trying to breathe as deep as possible right now and get out there and get after it.
Right now I feel nervous. Got the pre-game jitters. I know that'll go away as soon as we, you know, head down that first straightaway. But yeah, really want to do the family here, the group, the fans, you know, proud, and put the MCON boat right on the top of the podium. So,
Ocean City, there was a lot of pedaling. It created a 7-second gap and dropped to 3. Get back to 7 and drop back to 3. If it was 50 like it was in Sarasota, hatch come open, we would have still had time. At that point, it became a quit playing with them. Just check out, get a gap. That way, if you have a hiccup, you can make up for it. But no more playing.
Super Cat Racing. The race is on. The Key West World Championships, Southernmost Continental Championships.
From start to pin 1, boat was amazing.
So MCON with the lead, lap number 1 of 10. Super Cat Racing here for the World Championships in Key West. Heading into turn 1, Dirty Money remains 5 seconds behind MCON. Here come your top 2 boats. They battled all year long in Super Cat. Little air for your leader right there. Settles back down.
You get that feeling and that chill in the back of your neck. You just know when it's set up just right, and it's gonna probably be your day if everything holds together.
MCON continues to lead after lap number 2.
Chief referee Mark Austin is in the helicopter above that first turn.
Dirty Money out of the turn and still right about 5 seconds behind MCON.
Anybody's race still. This is 1 lap. Now look at the road. It looks like Dirty Money's gaining ground here. They're alongside them. They're pulling around.
Oh, they're going around.
They're pulling away from MCON here. And MCON's now pulling off plane.
Heard a pretty loud bang, and we've come out with a hole in the block. Engine's got about, I don't know, 10, 12 minutes on them, but that's just part of high performance. You run to the extreme, run to the edge, and it just is what it is.
What is it? Someone starboard oil
comes Dirty Money, Lily and Pyburn now in the lead.
Let's fucking go, bro! God almighty, it feels good.
Dirty Money will win the Super Cat race here for the Southernmost Continental Championship. Gradell will take second. Dirty Money, your Super Cat winner here today for the first day of racing in the Key West World Championships. You can't be happy until Sunday. You know what they want. They want to be on the top of the podium. They want to be the world champion. They finished second to MCON last year. 388 skater with Goodwin Racing engines. Hard-working crew. They put a lot of time, energy, and effort. And that crew is on top of the world after a win today, the first day of 2 days of racing in the Key West World Championships.
We're fucking pumped. We're gonna do it again in X Insurance.
So I've been on 2 teams before. It's stressful because you always want to make each person happy. I've actually, I'm lucky. Like Bo, Tiffany, they're fantastic. They're totally on board with me doing both. Rick Lindsay, he's amazing. He's totally good. You know, I got new jerseys made that are half Dirty Money now, half X Insurance. You know, you don't want to let anybody down because, you know, like it's a big family and everybody loves you and you just want to be, you know, I don't want to be caught in all Dirty Money gear when I love X Insurance too, you know, so it's like, you know, just try to play it even and, you know, now that the crews are even working together, it's kind of, it's just made everything easier. We make sure we park the boats next to each other, the haulers are next to each other, we all eat dinner at the same time and, you know, everything like that, so it's cool.
Hopping from Super Cat to Class 1, the hardest part is like Class 1, you have to wear a driver's suit, a fire suit, and you know, getting all that garbage on, and then you know, getting in a boat that the fitment's just a little different because cockpit size and everything like that.
Takes you a little bit too to remember where switches are, certain things work certain ways, but that's the easy part of things. Not dying's harder.
It's a lot to do in a day, and it's a really demanding race course. Not only does it have 3 turns, but every part of the race course is different. You know, you've got your glass calm flat water, you've got your middle of the road bumpy water, and then on the back stretch it's just absolutely gnarly out there. You got to be careful here for sure.
It's an awesome race course. I mean, you get flat, you get spectators down the wall, the whole straightaway. It's neat. I hope the wind lays down a little bit because our boat's fast in the flat, but that element of rough water is an equalizer. It'll keep the boats a lot closer than that guy that's 3 mile an hour faster and just leaves the pack and has a 20-second, 30-second lead. It won't happen. I mean, it'll be close.
Friday's race, we were leading. We had a nice lead and one of the engines let go. We don't know why it did, something internally on the bottom end.
Engine's got about, I don't know, 10, 12 minutes on them, but that's just part of high performance. You know, you run to the extreme, run to the edge, and it just is what it is. I think finishing order looked like Dirty Money, Gradell, and then followed by WHM. So hats off to those guys. Great racing, great event here in Key West on this Friday to kick off, which is now day 1. But the boys are thrashing as we speak. We'll get back at it and be ready to test tomorrow and race again on Sunday.
I thought it was awesome. No, it was great. I mean, it's, you know, that's part of what's cool about Key West. I mean, when you come here, it's well supported by the locals, you know, all the tourists that are here. I mean, it's just a cool event for people to see the boats. I mean, a lot of these people have never seen anything like this in their lives, and all of a sudden we all come rolling down, taking over, you know, downtown Key West. So it's really cool.
Thought that it would be something to have the boats on a Friday night and just bring them out there, put them on the street, and let everybody go. You know, everybody wants to be there, all the bars, all the night, everything's going on there, so it's just turned into probably, I would say, the best street party anywhere.
Got a great group taking the Class 1 boat up on Duval Street for the street party. Make things happen for our sponsor, Monster Energy.
The engines are fucked. We're changing them. That one's blown up and this one barely runs.
We'll be here till wee hours in the morning, getting the Super Cat ready to go. Live to race another day, bro. All good.
Oh, hell yeah!
Been a good race week in Key West. Our team has had awesome highs, getting everything ready. Thought we were where we needed to be. Came back, as I mentioned before, we didn't pass our tech inspections. Ended up with an engine issue. We ended up blowing a starboard engine in the Friday race. Ended up with a 5th place finish, I believe. Then we took the engines out, got some new engines in. We're on our final set for the final day, right? It's time to send it and see what she'll do. But confidence a little shaky, as we don't really know how they're going to hold up. We're hoping that the Kasi engines will come through today for the first time this season and get us to a podium.
We stayed up super late last night, going through everything, changing everything we thought could fail. Last one's in the pits last night. First one's here this morning. Guys have done everything all weekend that they can. We went out with 1 win. We're going to go try to take on the second one.
T-minus 30 minutes, Sunday, Key West. It's the end-all, be-all. Nerves are getting to the top. Puke's about right here right now, so excited and ready to get back on the water and end this 2024 season out on top of the podium.
There's a lot of people that step out of sports and retire and come back and things like that, but that is not anything that's even crossing my mind right now. You know, this is the last ride for now. You know, it's been a load off my shoulders, if you will. You know, with all the things that have kind of played out this season and the politics and the drama side of things, it's not been what I anticipated. It's kind of a joyous time. It's like, man, you know, you've really done well. The team's done well. You've made your mark. You've pushed the sport. You've advanced a lot of things, and you've been successful doing it. But right now, it's just kind of okay.
There's got to be a fair amount of luck that goes into this thing. It's one of those deals where some people are going to have to finish in some pretty low spots that shouldn't finish in those kind of positions. We need to go out and win and just let things take care of themselves.
Here we go.
Here we go.
They got the boats up and
Yellow
ready
flag.
to go.
They're gone.
They dropped the flag. I didn't think they were lined up very well.
No, they weren't.
MCON jumps out to the early lead. You can move from your lane if you get 2 boat lengths in front. You don't have to maintain your lane through the first turn.
Vinny's controlling the inside line of this thing for sure in that Austin Holmes boat.
Taking a look at the transom of MCON, though, as MCON pulls and now moves into the lead.
Dirty Money and Great Hill are right there on their hip. There they are.
Oh,
there's
there,
Great
yes,
Hill.
sir.
That's Dirty Money right there, and there's Great Hill. Nice and tight.
Bill Piper and Britt Lilly going
Bill.
around Austin Holmes.
Dirty Money continues to make up ground.
Well, this is where it gets interesting, is how hard does Dirty Money push to overtake?
But man, that Dirty Money is fast. I don't know if it's a paint job or what. It just looks fast. Eric Colby, they're just back there like sharks, waiting to feast once they make a mistake.
It's hard to pass, and it takes to overtake somebody in any kind of form of racing is difficult, and especially out here with the ever-moving water conditions, and there's always one line that's better than the other, and the guy in front of you normally is taking it.
Little window of opportunity here for Dirty Money.
Yep.
On the inside, this is where they've made their gains.
This back stretch has been.
They're on the inside now. They were on the outside before.
They've got to get around MCON at this point. Otherwise, MCON's going to push them into that pin. He's got the inside line, and he's got the bow around. Now into the harbor.
Oh, this will be a drag race coming by
Now
here. Put your stopwatch down, Todd. You don't even need it. We'll just call that 1 second between MCON and Dirty Money, Todd. Don't even put your clock on it.
I couldn't even push the button quick enough.
I don't think your thumb is that fast. Myrick's going to dive right under these guys if they give him any room, and they're not
going to have to shut the door.
Yeah, they didn't leave an inch.
Did not leave an inch. MCON has the
screw
state
up
of the
that bag.
outside. And they now hold a 3-second lead over MCON.
Spit it out. Let's get.
These are the top 3 boats coming back into Key West Harbor, and now a pretty commanding lead for Dirty Money as they head back in, lap number 8.
Come on, baby. Oh!
Yeah, Great Dell continuing to stalk.
That's the race right there, MCON and Great Hill right now.
MCON's problem is Great L, as you see them in 3rd, and they continue to stalk.
Dirty Money's checked out.
This is very similar to the Sarasota race where MCON and Dirty Money battled a little bit, and then Dirty Money pulled away. Running in second, now back to more than 20 seconds. Dirty Money back into Key West Harbor. Beautiful shot. The fans watching it for Zachary Taylor. They head northbound into the harbor.
Checkered flag is up. Checkered flag is up. Checkered flag is up. Fucking Super Cat World Champion, baby! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo! You're about to dodge. I'm so proud of every one of y'all. God! Super Cat World Champion. Super Cat World Champions, brother. Right. When we finally started hitting this right, she was business.
Dirty Money will take the win here today. Dirty Money with the World Championship here in Key West, winning on both days of racing. MCON will take second place, will end up on the podium unofficially in second, but their string of World Championship wins will stop at 2.
Overall, hats off to Dirty Money for winning this World Championship, taking it home. You know, that team's worked really hard, so hats off to those guys. Super Cat class, you know, again, put on one hell of a show. It'll definitely be a different year in 2025.
110% focused on Class 1. I've got a lot to prove there. The boat has been okay by stepping out of Super Cat and keeping my eye on the prize and keeping this Monster Energy boat on top of the podium. That's our full focus moving forward, and honestly really excited to be moving that path.